How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, I've been letting y'all know the last few days. I get in these particular mode or moods. I'm not moody by nature at all, but there are certain times in my life where it's like I feel like my senses, I can feel more of the universe. You know, anybody that knows they empathic, we all are empathic, but people that really know and that are super sensitive, sometimes we can feel the weight of the world. And I've been saying the last few days, there's a lot of energy. It's a lot of energy. And it can kind of bug you if you don't fully understand what's going on. And this is when I'm at my best at giving the royal family the messages. So I've been going through my archives. Y'all already know this. And as I'm going through my archives, give me a second here. As I'm going through my archives, I'm checking for self to see where I'm at on a spiritual level, or where we're at, or what we need to look for, and what are we on the right track. So I had did a video called Spiritual Eyes. Now you see it as Spiritual Eyes Part 2. And I did this November 1st, 2017. And I will leave the link there if anybody want to go back and listen to that video. And I was reading some of the comments, and people were saying that, like one person said, Queen Mother, what you lack in biblical knowledge, you make up for intuition. And one person that supports my channel, but I don't see him often, he said, great video, great food for thought, thanks for sharing knowledge. And some people said this video was profound. And you know, I'm always talking about the nature of many things, and I have talked about using our spiritual eyes, or we'll talk about the third eye. But I heard Dr. Valentine talk about the first eye. He said, don't call it the third, the third, call it your first. And that's that intuition, that very thing that our Father granted us with. And not everybody use it, we can get that affected by the system. So let's continue on with part 2, and I'm gonna tell you what I think we need to do and where we're at. Just kind of a check-in. And this quote is perfect for where I'm getting ready to go. When you are deep in God, or let's say when you are deep in Yah, your spiritual eyes always looks over and above the havoc, disruption, deception, and unfavorable news. I was like spot on. So what that tells me is that we're operating on a higher level, because I've been saying that we need to vibrate too. And when I say operating on a higher level, it's like we are in a lockdown in this country, a spiritual lockdown. And when you can rise above that thing that you can't see, may not even be able to feel it, but you know something is there. When you're able to rise above basically the shit, and things can get like with me, things can get loud, and the louder it gets, the quieter it gets. Or the havoc, I will slow down and focus. And with the havoc, I've often said, healing the war and healing the chaos. Yeah. So while the enemy is doing a thug-thizzle, you're continuing to fully prepare yourself to regain our throne. It's enough room on there for everyone. All right? So, when all these different things are going on, like deceptions and unfavorable news, is something that Trump loves to throw people off their axis on there. Well, I'm only worried about the royal family because, you know, I get on us about even being distracted. I can get distracted, but the way my mind works, I'm always got those spiritual eyes on, because if I don't leave them on, it's going to fail me over and over and over. So we have to be at a heightened level. See, the thing is, you know, they even talk about how in this system they, you know, rig everything in their favor. And then they trip out when we go above and beyond because it ain't neatly packaged in their system. That's something that is deep to our true enemies. And that's why they see that very thing that some of us can't see in each other individually, the kingdom. I've talked about that more than I can talk about that. And my driving force of doing this video is for us not to lose sight. I know I'm sounding repetitive, but there's a reason, because there's a lot going on in the universe, and when I feel the divine hand all over me, I have to give the royal family the messages that resonate within. So now, unfavorable news. They're going to put out more unfavorable news against us because they hear what we're saying. And don't ever forget that the enemy always going to call themselves putting us in our place. And they got different ways and different methods that they use. And we should never be surprised by them. We should expect them. We should expect Esau to be very true to their nature. They need to stay, you know, I would get concerned. I'm serious. I'm not laughing about this. I would get concerned if they start thinking they're going to do some slick shit and do things in our favor. No, they have an agenda. And we hip to that. That's what I'm loving, like about this thing with Kamala Harris. Black folks is done. It's like, been there. What's next? That's, you know, you raising above the fuckery. You really is. You're raising above it. And we have to stay like that. I can feel in the universe that some of our own are tired. I feel all the gamuts of emotions. We have to stay steadfast. And I know I want to go home as bad as you. I want to get our rest and everything and just, you know, have everlasting life in total peace. That would just be ever so beautiful. But we are where we are, and even though it's exciting to see, and we're going to keep our eyes on, Babylon is watching it fall before our eyes. Remember, everything you will see is in biblical proportions. Now, let me go over here. Now, I'm going to show how not having and having your spiritual eyes on wide awake, how it will affect you. So we talk about energy. When we are not utilizing our energy properly, that spiritual eye ain't on. It's just as simple as that. And I'm not talking about we have to be perfect, but we got to stay on point. We can back each other up. I mean, everybody get a little respite and you get weary and step back. But it does affect our energy. That's how we're being affected. See, I'm talking about things we can't see, but they there. The energy is there. We are energy. We just in these bodies, I often talk about that I can see the next dimension. Now, I don't see objects, but I do see energy. I taught my husband how to do it. And that energy affects us. Yes, it's amazing. The eye, we just talking about the eye. That the eye, deals with energy, spirits and emotions and thoughts, and even physical. Isn't that amazing? And we all should be able to know how to gauge ourselves when we just need some downtime, but we still, we ain't gonna go all the way down, because that will affect our energy and we're not on. Now the spirit. See, the thing that I want to say about the eye, about the third eye, we can call it the first eye, or the eyes that we have on that spiritual thing, you don't see, but you can get visions, and it's just amazing, all these components with the eye. So the spirit has to be, no, I ain't gonna say where the spirit has to be. I don't have that right. The spirit may be in many different modes, or one in particular at that time, or something you're focused on. You can be pissed, and that eye can be on. Sometimes when I'm very, very pissed, it's like I can't miss a beat. I'm on point. Now, what I do with when I say, when we're speaking of the spirit, I always see the beauty in the worst thing, and I can see much deeper what this thing mean. That's just amazing to me, or I call it the but factor. So then we have emotions. We in the royal family got this. We feel pain, the uglies that they have done to us on the four corners of the earth. It's an emotional, deep thing, and that's why we even clash, because we feeling you. Even though we're talking about the eye, there's things that we can see within each other and stuff. Now, our thoughts. I would combine that with the spirit, where the eye is on and the spirit is talking to you and letting you know what's going on with the universe. And if spirit ain't right, then you're not getting those messages. Not at all. Not one damn bit. So then we got physical. Now, seeing things with your spiritual eyes can be very draining. It can be very daunting. And I get that. If y'all notice, I don't do videos every single day where I have to back up and really take it all in. Because, see, you can get so entrenched in doing these videos that you can get detached. Because, you're putting that focus on that, and you can do video after video after video and can lose sight. You got to be able to stand way back, because it will affect you. We put a lot into what we do. So, yes, that spiritual eye on the physical tip, it can go either way. All of these can go negative or positive. And the reason why I'm throwing out the negative is negative ain't always bad. Negative may mean I need rest. I'm just not on point at this time. But the driving force behind this is this message that I'm trying to give the royal family. There is a lot going on where we're a part of something very beautiful, very divine. It may frighten people, and the emotions in the universe, wow. I mean, it's just a lot going on. And we know that we are the main target of negativity. And I want to make sure that we are on, because when they get an inkling that we are joyous in seeing their utter demise, evil kicks in. So we have to look for those things. But what we are seeing, when evil kicks in, karma shows up. And she's a true ass bitch. She can make you feel many emotions way past the I. Oh yeah, I'm talking to you, Esau. I know you listening. I will touch you. So my royal family, as I continue on over here, so just like looking at our spiritual eyes, I just like looking at this particular image because it speaks many volumes to me what's to come. Sometimes we can get so focused, my royal family, on all the stuff that's going on and surviving and stuff, and sometimes I will picture with my spiritual eyes what it's like on the other side. I have put my energy over on the other side. You can do that. I just put it over there. You know, I can't see the front of it, but I already know what the side of my gold mansion gonna look like. I already got the music piped in. It's just waiting for me and my family to step in, you know. And there's a lot of things beautiful and divine that we can do. That's what I do with my spiritual eye sometimes, just looking at the positive and gazing at the future as we continue to wake up. It's beautiful. So remember, my royal family, things you may see on this side ain't gonna be beautiful to see, because things are ending rapidly. And keep those spiritual eyes on. Keep that first eye on, that third eye on, whatever you want to choose to call it. Listen to the universe. Use again and again everything that the Creator provided for us. We don't have to ask nobody permission to use any of this, because it was for us first. And we sing with the enemy and the enemy supporters. Think of this beautiful earth that our Father created. So they ain't using their eyes at all. They're using a whole different type of eye. You know, the eye of greed, or right now. And they'll deal with that, you know, with they pompous ass. So I just want to continue to keep the royal family encouraged. You know, we all upholding each other. We may not have physically been near each other, but our realms are forever connected. Forever connected. Like I often say, even though I'm the voice and I'm good at what I do, there's many, many more just like me, many more that are exchanging energy with each other and encouraging each other and letting each other know who you really is. You're the apple of His eye. Use it all, my royal family. Use it all. It's going to get harder. We're going to need each other. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. Let's all keep each other on point. So, my royal family, render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.